I'll be talking about the PBT2 task about mobile operating system. So the group members that is part of this project is Adam Zikri, Amirul Haziq, J. Sriram, and myself, Adam Azri. So first I'll be talking about the contents that we'll be talking about. So first up, mobile operating system, then installing applications and content, Android touch interface, and iOS touch interface. So for starters, I'll give a brief overview of Android and iOS operating system. So for Android, it is an open source operating system which was designed by Google, whereas for Apple, it is a closed operating system that was developed by Apple Incorporation. So as we all know, that is Android is used by multiple brands, so it will have variations of UI. So one of the examples here is first One UI, which is used by Samsung, Realme UI, which is used by the Realme phone, ColorOS, which is used by Oppo, and lastly MIUI, which is used by Xiaomi phones. And Apple has only one brand. Only one brand uses Apple, which is Apple itself. So it only has iOS. So now we'll be talking about the key differences between Android and iOS. So the thing that we'll be talking about is customizability, the device ecosystems, security updates, navigation, digital assistant, and multitasking notifications. So first up, customizability. So for Android, users has the ability to install different launchers, skin that completely overhaul the look and feel of the user interface. Widgets and more built-in options allow for a truly personalized experience. This is because of its open source ability. Whereas for Apple, its uniform design making it easy and intuitive to use, which is why they lack the same level of customization as Android, by banning customizations options like custom ROMs and launchers. Apple also ensures that their phones are the simplest to use devices on the market, as that is one of their marketing. This is one of the ways they market their phones. As for widgets, Android has greater variety. Android devices offer a wider range of widgets including weather, email, clock, and app shortcuts, which can be downloaded on the Play Store easily. Android widgets are also generally more interactive, enabling users to perform actions directly from the widget. Whereas for Apple, it has less variety. This is because iOS devices have fewer widgets available and they are primarily designed for displaying information. iOS provides its own widgets, as users cannot really download any third-party widgets from the Apple Store, which can make it more interactive. So as I said just now, your iOS widgets are not as interactive as Android widgets, and user cannot perform actions directly from the widget compared to Android widgets. Now for the device ecosystem, as you all know, Android is used by various phone manufacturers, providing a wide range of devices from budget-friendly to high-end models. Whereas for Apple, iOS is exclusively used for Apple devices, which is what Apple is most famous for. It is also another way to brand their phones. It's seamless integration with Apple products. So as we all know, the Apple Watch and the AirPods Pro, which can primarily used for Apple products only. Now for security updates, Android's open source makes Android much more susceptible to virus. Security can be a concern because of its open source ability. Android also offers more control over apps permissions, which could allow for user to download the wrong apps that has virus that can harm the device. Whereas for Apple, it is known for its top-tier security because of its inability to download any APK files. The integrated design of iOS design makes security vulnerabilities less frequent and harder to find. Additionally, iOS devices receive regular and timely updates, ensuring a consistent and secure user experience. As you all know, Apple phones are one of the best in terms of security in its own class. So the key differences between Android and iOS is, first up we'll talk about navigation. So Android navigation bar has multiple options: the traditional home, back, and app drawer bar on the swipe gestures that resembles one of Apple's. Not only that, you could also remove the navigation bar and just use normal swipe gestures like an iOS. Now for digital assistant, as for Samsung, it has built-in digital assistant that is known as Bixby, whereas most Android devices only uses Google Assistant. For For multitasking, Android phones have the ability to multitask, such as opening multiple apps at once in a single window to improve productivity, as you can see from the picture below. As for iOS, this is actually a typo here. For navigation, iOS's way of navigating with apps is just through gestures and swiping, as it doesn't have any navigation bar. As for digital assistant, iOS has a digital assistant known as Siri, which could also perform the same tasks as Google Assistant and Bixby for Samsung. And for multitasking, Apple phones doesn't have the ability to open multiple apps on a single window, but this feature is present on the iPad. Now, for lastly, the notifications. For Android, Android will group its notification by app and allows user to expand and collapse notifications to view more or less detail. Android also allows user to customize notification settings for individual apps, including the ability to turn off notifications, change notification sounds, and set notification priority on different apps or maybe different contacts. As for Apple, iOS groups notification by app and allows user to expand and collapse notification to view more or less detail. iOS devices have a notification center that displays notifications as a list that can be accessed by swiping down from the top of the screen. Now I'll be showing you an example of the notifications. So as you can see here, this is a Samsung notification panel. As you can see here, it is grouped by apps. As you can see, this is Instagram, Reddit. As for Apple, it is also the same. It can be grouped based on the apps, but the main difference is obviously that Android allows more customizability. You can change the sound and you can also change the priority of the notification. So now I'll pass it to my friend Adam Zikri to explain more.
Now I will explain about installing application and content. There are two methods of installing application and content, which is push and pull method. First, pull method involves users actively seeking and fetching the desired application or content from a centralized source, like an App Store or Google Play Store, into the device, while push method involves a centralized authority or system delivering application or content directly to the target device without requiring user-initiated action. Next, installing application on Android using pull method. First, open Google Play Store. Next, search for the desired application. And the next step is just install the application and wait until the installation is finished and open the app once it's done. Next, installing application on iOS using pull method. First, open App Store and search the application on the search bar. Next, click Get and wait until the application is finished installing. Once the app is done, click Open. Next, installing application on Android using push method. First, open the web on your browser and log in with the same email as your mobile devices. Next, search the app that you want to download on your mobile devices. Next, click on Install on More Device and choose the device you want to install. Okay. Next, push method in iOS. Push method in iOS is available for developer only, meaning that users cannot access the push method. Developer use push method for update purposes or other software.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Samirul and I will talk about the Android touch interface. Here is the item that we got in Android home screen. The item we got is system icon, Google search, home screen indicator, and navigation icon. Here is the mention for each item on Android home screen. First, system icon. Those icons provide user with a quick visual information about the status, setting, and notification on various system feature and function. While Google Search is Android usually often come with the default Google Search apps pre-installed, and you can touch and type the text into the box to search the device and internet for anything. Home screen indicator, user can swipe left and right to navigate between the different home screen, and indicator will help them keep a track the current position. That means it is to keep a track what position you position in your phone that you on. Next is navigation icon. There are three features. First is back. Is return the focus to the previous screen that had been used. If the on-screen background is displayed, this button close it. Continue to push the button region through each previous screen until the main home screen is displayed. The second is home. Home button is this. It's return the focus to the last home screen used. If the view is right or left home screen, the home button will open the main home screen. And the third is recent apps. It opens the thumbnail image of recent used apps. To open any apps, touch it thumbnails and swipe the thumbnail to remove them from the list. Next, we'll be talking about how to managing apps. Here first is placing the apps on the home screen. First step, you need to open the drawer. For example, in this device, you can scroll up to open the app drawer like this. Second, step 2, you search the app that you want. Choose the app that you want to put in the home screen. To long press the apps, that you want until they show the option button. Okay, like this, I choose the CapCut, just long press and it will show like this. After that, just drag the apps to the home screen. Just drag it above and put it where you want. Next is moving the apps. It's almost the same as placing the apps. For example, you can see here, just long press the app that you want and move this to different place. Drag the apps to the new location, and that's it. And second is uninstalling apps. Go to setting and click apps. Here you see, go to setting and click this. Then choose the app that you want to uninstall. For example, I choose this and click the uninstall button if you want to uninstall. And that's it. Second is we get this program of pieces of program that is display information. For example, with the weather can be placed in the home screen and to display the information. Often a widget can be touched to launch the associated apps, which are helpful because it gives you quick access to often used information or function. For example, clock, weather, notes, WhatsApp, and many more. For example, this is clock, this is note, this is WhatsApp chat, and this also notes. Next is folder. On some mobile device, multi apps can be grouped into folder to help organize. If the folder is not available, any apps can be installed to provide this feature. Apps can be grouped in any way that you want. How we want to create the folder. First, you need to select the apps that you want. For example, here I select these apps, and while holding the apps, drag it into the another apps. This you can see here. I drag it and bring it to the WPS of Office. After that, click the folder again, and click the folder name and type the new name. After you give me inside the folder, just rename the folder that you want to name, and that's it for me. And Jay will continue next.
Okay, today I'm going to tell about item on iOS home screen. First of all, app icon. These are the icons representing various apps installed on the device. By tapping on an app icon, it helps to launch the respective app. Other than that, dock. The dock is a fixed section at the bottom of the home screen that allows you to place your most frequently used apps for quick access. By default, it can hold up to 4 app icons. Furthermore, status bar. The status bar is located at the top of the screen and display information such as item, such as time, battery level, cellular signal strength, and other system notification. Moreover, control center. Swiping up from the bottom of the screen reveals the control center, which provides quick access to commonly used settings and features like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, brightness, volume control, and more. App Library introduced in iOS 14. The App Library is a section located to the right of the last home screen page. It automatically organizes your apps into categories and allow you to quickly search for and access app without cluttering the home screen. Now we're going to tutorial for managing apps and folders on iOS. First, placing apps. To place an app on the home screen, locate the app icon either in the app library or on another home screen page. Long press on the app icon until it starts to jiggle, then drag it to the desired location on the home screen and release your finger. Step 2. Moving apps. To move an app to a different location on the home screen or to a different page, long press on the app icon until it starts jiggle, then drag the app icon to the desired location or swipe to the edge of the screen to move it to a different page. Release your finger and drop the app in the new location. Now uninstall app. How to uninstall app? To uninstall an app, long press on the app icon until it starts to jiggle and look for the small X icon on the top left corner of the app icon and tap on it. Confirm the deletion when prompted. Note that built-in app cannot be uninstalled, but they can be hidden from the home screen. That's all from us. Thank you. Bye.